When it comes to Sumo Digital, I have been a fan since I played their Sonic All-Star Racing Transformed. While this is an arcade racer with a larger focus on kart racing, it speaks volumes about their quality in delivering a content-packed racer. The developers tried some different things with the traditional mold of kart racers. During one stage, the stage could change which planes you would be driving on. For example, one level might feature you starting in a car, switching to a plane, and then to a boat, and then finally back to a car. Some stages would change things up on the second or third lap, introducing a new flying or boat section. This type of stuff provided some nice variety to the racing and kept the tracks interesting. There was a wealth of content to enjoy, along with having split screen options for almost all of its modes. It is my favorite kart racer and a great means to celebrate the Sega characters. So if Sumo Digital is making a new racer, I get very excited to try out that new game. With that, I saw that they were making a new arcade racer that aimed to provide a more retro experience. It has a simple presentation with quality gameplay. HotShot Racing is a nice surprise. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you my review for HotShot Racing. HotShot Racing is very easy to get into for both arcade racing fans and newcomers. The controls are pretty simple. You have your accelerate, drift, and boost. The game allows you to change your gear if you want to, or you can opt for it to be automatic. As you drift around corners, you will build up your boost meter, and once one of your bars is full, you can unleash a burst of speed. There are some additional options like being able to change your view from different areas around and within your car. The first-person views are nice as a novelty, but that's not how I enjoyed this game. Simply put, the racing is enjoyable. HotShot has a great mix of quality music with solid racing. These both work together to create this intoxicating flow that makes you want to do several more races. The gameplay is good on its own, but when paired with the simple and pleasant visuals along with the catchy music, the game really hooks you. I was impressed that the game does make a strong first impression right from the first race. The racing feels familiar and solid to control. It is important to note that the game has a decent sense of speed as well. As you are racing, you will notice that different actions will help to fill up your boost meter. Once a bar is full, you can use this at any time. Drifting is the best means to earn this valuable boost. Using a boost at the right time can mean the difference between second or first place. If you can store a few up, then you can use these to recover out of a tricky situation. You will find yourself learning the tracks and finding the best times to drift to gain additional speed to get that first place. HotShot comes with a few different modes to enjoy. The main mode is the Grand Prix mode. This features 4 different tracks that you play through in a row and you try to get into first place. Along with this, you will need to keep racing as fast as you can so that you can get through the checkpoints without the time running out. At the start of these races, if you can keep your acceleration within 6 or 7, then you can start the race with a nice boost. One nice touch I wasn't expecting was how you will earn a character cutscene after beating one of these modes. Overall, they aren't anything special from a presentation standpoint, but they are appreciated considering that they help to flesh out each racer.
I worked so hard to turn my life around, to be someone my family could be proud of. Then, finally, it happened. The best day of my life. The day I first met my daughter. Oh, in the race? Let's just call that a close second.
Outside of the Grand Prix mode, there is the single race mode. This mode features 2 different race types not featured in the Grand Prix mode. Cops and Robbers features most of the players starting out as robbers and trying to escape with the cash. A few players start out as the cops and their goal is to try and crash into each of the robbers to stop them. In this mode, you have a health bar for your car. as the robbers will need to try and collect more cash along with trying to avoid getting hit. If you end up losing all your health, then you become a cop and then you need to hunt down the remaining robbers. This is a fun game mode that takes the normal racing and adds a fun new element to it. There's an added sense of intensity as you are being chased by the other AI or players online. Where the normal races focus on drifting and boosting, this is a bit different in that you need to keep up your speed but also trying to outwit your opponents, as a cop will continually earn boost. In this mode, what is also turned on its head is how it may not be a good idea to be in first place, as that might be not the best way to win. Since in this mode it's about how much money you collect, you might find yourself staying back and avoiding the pack, or taking an opportunity to zip past some of the cops as a better option. You will be continually assessing the position of the cops while in this mode. The other mode is Drive or Explode. Drive or Explode is a variation on the survive type of racing mode. Here your goal is to try and continually drive as fast as you can. You're aiming to stay above the speed requirement that continually goes up as you pass each checkpoint. Like in Cops and Robbers, you will also have a health bar within this mode. I found this mode to be a great mode to enjoy with friends, like a good party mode. As the speed requirements increase and as you are in danger of exploding, the music gets more and more intense, making these situations even more exciting. Drive or Explode is a fun mode. In addition to all of this, there is a traditional time trial mode as well. One addition that I really loved was how you can play most of the modes in local split screen. You can play the Grand Prix, all of the single races, and even take a player online with you. I really love this addition since the game is perfect for split screen play. The game comes with 16 tracks for you to enjoy. They feature many of the expected locations with some unique ones like a casino and one based on Jurassic Park. The single race mode offers mirror versions of those same tracks. While playing any mode, you will complete challenges for your car along with earning money. Completing the car challenges allows you to unlock new customization options for your vehicle. The money allows you to buy these new items. The customization is not that in-depth, but it allows you to change enough to give your own personalization over the cars. Overall, I had a really good time with HotShot Racing, and I encountered a few flaws along the way. My biggest annoyance is with the use of the rubber banding AI. You can see this in action whenever you are in first place. A few cars will magically stay around you and will eventually pass you on the track. My main problem with this is how predictable this became. It got to the point where I would save a few boosts up to use whenever this occurred towards the end of a race to ensure that I won. I feel like the developers could have done a better job at hiding this from the player or having a bit better AI. The Grand Prix mode is fun, but my main issue is how it only features the normal races. The Grand Prix does not feature the Cops and Robbers or Drive and Explode. I wish that there were a few cups that mixed and matched these game modes a bit more. I also wish that the single race mode provided an option to change the time of day, even if it was just a selector for day and night. Stuff like this helps to keep the tracks fresh. HotShot Racing is not without its flaws, but the racing is very enjoyable, along with the catchy soundtrack. Here are a few tracks from the game. Overall, HotShot Racing turned out to be a pleasant surprise. I enjoyed the racing and the simple yet good presentation. I love how most of the game modes can be played in local split screen. There's a decent amount of variety from the different tracks, mirror tracks, and the different modes to keep you interested for a bit. HotShot Racing is an enjoyable arcade racer that I recommend you check out. Thank you very much for watching.